Y'all, we are finally here, Breaking Through Podcast, episode 1. And it just feels amazing to finally bring this to light. I can't even explain to y'all how I'm feeling right now. It's crazy. What better time than now, with this being Mental Health Awareness Month and the Breaking Through Podcast truly being about being the best version of yourself, breaking through all the barriers, and me just providing, insight from my past experiences, research, anything that I can do, where we just talk about self-development for you to reach your highest self, highest form of yourself. And we are finally here. This is something that I have talked about doing for a minute now, if I'm being honest with y'all. It's not everything. It's not starting off exactly how I wanted it to be, and that's okay. That is a-okay with me, because 90% of the things that hold you back is you just not even starting. Real talk. And it feels good to just, do this. Have a therapy session with y'all. Talk about everything. Relationships, leadership, authenticity, mental health. That's big for me. Mental health for sure. Share my experiences of what I've gone through in life, what I've done, what I am currently doing, what I want to do to elevate, become, better every single day. And that's what this is all about, And with us being in Mental Health Awareness Month, I was just thinking to myself, you know what? This is the time to start it. Like, why not now? Just go ahead and do it. Why not now? I got my laptop here because I'm going to be real with y'all. The boy be forgetting things all the time. All the time. I could be mid-conversation chopping it up. Wada whoop, be like, damn, what was I finna say? I don't even know, right? So if I'm looking over here, it's just because of that. But I'm going to treat this like therapy for me too, If I ever need to vent, get some stuff out, just talk through it with y'all, My goal is to build a close-knit community where we all eventually in some type of space, whatever that looks like in the future, can communicate on how we are pushing each other to be better than we were the day before, right? Like being our best versions of ourselves. What does that look like? Mentorship programs, life coaching programs, and just building a family unit. If you know me, one thing that's really big for me is no man left behind under any circumstance. And I've been that person in a lot of people's lives, and I've known that my purpose is to make an impact on people, and just try to shed some positive light in all circumstances, bring that positivity, bring high energy, high vibrations, a positive outlook, and we're gonna do that here. And we finally on episode 1. That's crazy that I'm actually doing this. It's kind of weird talking in front of camera, not gonna lie to y'all. Some of y'all pretty decent at it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all been doing this for a minute. I clearly haven't, but I'm excited. I could talk all day long. I should be low-key wearing my Lakers shirt because we in the playoffs right now. Lake Nation, baby. Finna get y'all Warriors out of here. Watch me replay that back in a couple weeks. Nah, we getting y'all out of here. But with mental health awareness, I don't even know where to start. I'm gonna just, earlier today, I talked to one of my boys earlier, and I probably hadn't talked to him for probably about going on 2 weeks now, right? Haven't seen him for 2 weeks, and he called me just checking in, like, yo, just reaching out to see how you been doing, how you liking the new tattoo, you've been working out, whatever, right? Just in general, just to catch up, and that was hella nice. The other day, I called my boy. We've been playing phone tag, just missing one another. He just moved away, and it was nice to hear from him that he's in a good space, good space, high energy, high vibes, especially moving away and stuff like that. So talked to him, in the DMs the other day. I caught it with one of my close boys that I hadn't really talked to for a minute. We probably low key hadn't really chopped it up for probably 6 months to like a year. You know what I'm saying? And there's never any love lost. You know, we all grown, we living our lives, stay busy, got busy schedules, right? So there's never no. I'm gonna try to say, look, hold on. I'm gonna try not to say I'm gonna try not to say 100% because I say that shit all the time, and I'm gonna try not to say you know what I'm saying. So I might have to run like a running counter up here for all three of them motherfuckers or something. But I'm gonna try not to say that. We gonna see how well that works. I don't really know if it's gonna work that well, but we gonna try it anyway. But I'm just bringing my authentic self. Just caught up with him. It was real nice because I was feeling a little uncomfortable, uneasy about that relationship. But he's been going through some things. I've been going through my things, life and stuff, and so just catching up and realizing like, yo, there's no love lost. We're all good. Was fresh breath air. You know, I was supposed to go back and see him in January when I was going down to Chicago to see a tattoo artist, but tattoo artist fell through, so I ended up going up there, right? But chopped it up with him. It was cool. Chopped it up with my mom last night. I mean, look, mothers, when they call, dog. They call, and they call to talk. You know what I'm saying? I talked to my mom for fucking hour and a half, 2 hours straight yesterday, you know? Long time. She's doing good. My family don't live up here. I live up here alone. My family back at home in the Lou, STL. Shout out to my family and shit. She doing great. Phenomenal. And I say all that to say, make sure that you're doing your, taking time to check in on your people, y'all. Make sure that you're taking time to check in on your people. Sometimes I feel like I don't even check in enough. You know, I do take pride in being that guy that people understand that they can go to, and sometimes because I know I'm that person, I know I'm that guy, I don't reach out as much, and that's something that I'm trying to work on, right? Reaching out just to check in, and you just never know who's going through whatever. You never know what people are going through. Never at all. It's actually the people who act like they're not going through something or don't reach out who are typically going through something in life majority of the time. And that's just what I've learned over the couple of years of just like life in general. And so with this being Mental Health Awareness Month, like I just really want to put an emphasis on checking in on your people, you know. Send them a quick text. Yo, what's poppin'? How you doing? Right? How you doing? Pick up the phone, give them a quick call, right? Some people like to FaceTime. I'm not one of the people that just be picking up just to FaceTime randomly, but a lot of people like to do that. So even doing that, like checking in, you know. And this is my way to check in on y'all. You know, leave a comment. Let me know how y'all feeling this month. You know, you feeling good? You feeling great? You feeling immaculate? Phenomenal? You know what I'm saying? Or you feeling kind of down? Is it tough? Going through some trial and tribulations, because we all been there, you know, all been there. Just let me know in the comments below. I got my socials in my descriptions too, so you can reach out there for sure. But definitely making sure that you're checking in on people and checking in on yourself. I don't think that that's talked about enough. I think that we all live life, and life sometimes can get the best of us, and sometimes we could be slipping without even knowing that we're slipping. Sometimes we can be losing grip when we don't even know that we're losing grip. So checking in on yourself to really analyze how you're doing in the moment, how you're feeling. What changes have you made that have made you feel real good? What changes have you made that have made you feel kind of bad? What haven't you been doing that you normally do in your routine? Because when I fall off routine, I'm telling y'all, it is literally like one of the worst things that can happen to me. And if I don't realize that I'm falling off routine, then I just slip and slip and slip. And then something ends up happening eventually where I'm like, damn, I'm kind of going through it right now. What's going on? And then I try to analyze everything that's going on. Like, damn, I could have been doing this. I should have been doing this. And there's certain things that I have in place to try to maintain mental health, like a good equilibrium. A good equilibrium. So for me, I know that like going to therapy is one of the biggest things. Actually, when it comes down to like mental health awareness and mental health statistics alone, about 22 to 26% of black men 18 to 44 experience, anxiety and depression on a daily basis. And I'm gonna get back to some of the things that I do to try to help me stay in equilibrium, or provide balance. That's better word to say. Provide balance for me. But it's crazy that 26% of us go through that experience depression. And if you're black and you're growing up and you're a male, you understand that we are taught to just be pushing through it. We are taught that we don't cry. I even remember when I was a little kid, like being told, we don't cry, don't cry, right? And not to embrace the emotions, not to embrace the feelings. As men alone, sometimes we walk this earth understanding that our purpose is to serve and protect and be leaders amongst the people. And that takes a lot of weight, right? But you got to check in on yourself too sometimes and understand that you need to be at a good space to be able to do all that. It can be taxing, it can be overwhelming. We're taught not to talk about our feelings. Don't discuss it. You're weak if you do. If you do, you're not. It makes you less of a man. I'm throwing all that shit out the window. If you're going through something and need somebody to talk to, if you're going through something and just need to vent and let it out, you can slide in my DMs. I'll respond 10 out of 10 times. I promise you. We need to voice our opinions more. We need to voice our feelings more. We need to embrace our feelings and our emotions, right? There's a lot of men out here that, especially black men too, that are out here walking around almost emotionless, trying not to feel it, trying to just shoulder their way through everything. And as much as we need to step up to the plate to do what we need to do and push through, we also have to acknowledge our feelings and understand that it's okay. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to be hurt. It's okay to not know what to do. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to understand your emotions, work on your emotional intelligence, right? Just everything as a whole is okay. It's okay. And dealing with depression and anxiety, that's a real. I got some family members who deal with depression on a daily basis. I know some people who deal with anxiety on a daily basis, and there's things that they do. There's some things that they do to make sure that they're handling it the best way that they can, right? And so I say all that to say, like, for me, I know that therapy is really big for me. I try to go for a year straight. I went every week, Wednesdays, right? And I'll make another episode sometime where I talk about why I joined therapy, when I joined therapy, the story time behind therapy and stuff. But therapy is really giving me a space to talk to somebody who's unbiased, that can really help me understand, one, more about myself, right? Validating things that I think are true, but then also correcting me when I'm wrong. Telling me when I'm moving the wrong way, or offering a different opinion, right? A different lens to navigate this world. And I think that that's truly important, because we all go through things every single day, week by week, month by month, year by year, day by day, minute by minute. And shit can get hard sometimes. So I'm definitely in therapy right now. I'm going twice a month. I feel back on going every single week. Now I go twice a month. Outside of that, I really enjoy boxing. Boxing is therapeutic to me too. I don't know what it is. I think it's almost like getting lost during the time, right? When you got the gloves on, I can't be on my phone. I gotta be focused. I gotta be locked in, disciplined. That's why I even joined it in the first place, was discipline, right? To build my discipline. Boxing, I just literally get lost and get zoned in. I'm zoning out just thinking about it. Just get lost in the motion, lost in the wave of just, the gloves on and fighting. And that has really helped. It's exercise, so it helps me stay physically fit, but it also helps me stay focused, and I believe it really helps with like that dopamine rush. A lot of times we try to get the dopamine rush from like social media and stuff like that and apps, but what I try to challenge myself to see what I can do, what I can put into place to give me that outside of that little red notification on my phone and shit. Boxing, reading. I have a bunch of books that I have read, haven't read. I try to read 2 books a month, one in the first 15 days, one in the second 15 days. I'm not as consistent with that, but reading has really helped provide some type of insight and a lot of like leisure time for me, right? So when I feel like I need something to do outside of being on my phone or like watching games or playing the game or going out and shit, sometimes I'll just crack open a book and stuff like that. Like the next book I'm gonna read is The Rise by Kobe. The Rise of Kobe, Mamba Mentality. As you can see, we're all about Mamba mentality, leveling up in life and just staying locked in, right? So reading that, I've read a lot of mental health books, business books, self-help books and stuff. But one key thing that I want to mention is make sure that you're putting things into play. Information overload is a real ass thing. I ain't even gonna hold you. There's been times where I have done so much research, I've read so much, and I just fail to push it into play, right? That's why this podcast coming out so late. I've been wanting to drop this for a while now, but at some point you gotta hold yourself accountable. So reading definitely helps big time in my mental health journey. So we got therapy, reading, going to the gym, right? Whether you're going to the gym to lose weight or going to the gym to be disciplined, for me, going to the gym, to be honest with y'all, is really just for routine, just to keep me on routine. I've always struggled going to the gym to try to like bulk up or lose weight and shit like that, but when it comes down for it to be in my routine and being a part of my week and what I got to get done at a certain time and it's very structured, that has helped me a shit ton, right? So going to the gym, not even gonna hold y'all, that's a good one. Helps protect my mental health big time. Podcasting, listening to podcasts. I think listening to podcasts is a unique one because it helps me. They're very relatable. I listen to more like self-help podcasts or relationship podcasts, right? Because I definitely want to continue to grow within like being a healthy partner. So when I do get in a relationship, I'm A1, right? And I think it's really good and it helps me. It provides a certain type of balance because it brings me peace, like being able to relate to somebody, right? Like if I hear so-and-so saying this, I can be like, damn, I'm not the only one going through that. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody loves relatability. Right? So in general, podcasting has really helped me grow as a person. Overall, self-development and self-growth, whatever it might be, physical, mental, financially, anything that goes into self-development as a whole keeps me balanced to a T. I think that self-development is really big for me, and it's been a part of my purpose for a while now, right? When I moved to where I live now, I moved up here in 2013 when I was coming to college, right? Leaving my mom's crib, coming to college. And I went on it was like 2013, 4 years. Yeah. I went on like a 4-year spree of just like learning all about myself. What drives me crazy? What contributes to me being a toxic man in this world? Old days. What irks my skin? What do I really like? What do I want to do? Who do I want to become? Why do I love music so much? How has music changed my life? Why am I really into making it? Why am I really into listening to it? What does it do for me, right? All my relationships, just anything and everything that had to do with me, I tried to dissect down to literally the behavior. And I went on a long run of understanding perspective, and understanding that perspective is all shaped by your experiences and my experiences. And although we might have some common ground, everybody's gonna look at everything through their lens a little bit differently. So how do I develop multiple lenses, right? Because I can walk up on you and say 2 + 2 = 4, but you might fuck around and say 2 + 2 = 8, and I'm gonna have to figure out why you think it's 8 when it's really 4, right? Or whatever it might be. Like, it's everybody handles situations differently. Everybody handles relationships differently. Everybody communicates differently. Everybody comprehends differently. And I just really wanted to make sure that I knew myself a ton. And self-development is a forever long process. So I'm still going through it, still changing, right? I'm never going to be the same. You don't want to be the same. We all evolve. That's what evolution is all about. But the 4 years that I spent really working on that, I can tell you by far catapulted, really pushed me heavy into self-development. I moved up here to where I am alone. I don't have any family up here, anything like that. Moved out right when I turned 18, like 2 months after I graduated high school, moved up here, and then just been living life on my own. Still got met my closest of friends, my best friends up here. Still got family that I love, cherish dearly, talk to them all the time and stuff. But the self-development piece of things really came from me just wanting to learn perspective, perception, and just how people view things, and ultimately all of that, right? So I thank myself every now and then for going through that and making a effort to really push myself, especially at such a young age, because I don't see a lot of men doing that at such a young age, you know, pushing themselves to try to learn more about how they think and how they process things and stuff. So ultimately, that is some of the things that I do to really help provide a balance with my mental health. You know, kicking it with friends, make sure you kick it with your loved ones. That provides good energy, good vibrations. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's better than kicking it back, you know, having one with the boys, watching sports, you know, gambling a little bit, you know, prize picks for the win, or whatever it might be. Just for sure taking that time to cater towards yourself, right? And I speak for me, man, a lot of black men, being a black male, right? And understanding that, like, life is hard, shit is hard. Being out here trying to navigate the world, lead in this world, with where the society is going, all of that shit's hard. Don't be oblivious to how hard it is. Just be accepting that it's hard and understand that some days you might feel like, you know what, I'm out here, I got it under control. Other days you might be like, God damn, I need me a drink, you know what I'm saying? Need me a drink or two. It's okay. Like, it's totally okay to feel the high emotions, and understanding that those don't last forever, and understanding that you're gonna feel some low emotions, and those don't last forever either. And just taking time to figure out yourself, putting some things into place, and just really going out on a limb to make sure that you're taking care of your mental health. right? I got some big plans in the future for like mental health and stuff like that, but I eventually definitely want to build some type of thing that we have as a community as these podcasts and stuff goes on, where we can really just be there for one another, hold one another accountable, and just see it through, become the best versions of ourselves 10 out of 10 times. 10 out of 10 times. And that's just what this is about, you know? That's what this is about. What I might do is even hop up on here next week and just go through the therapy, because I know a lot of people have questions on how to find the right therapist, what got me into therapy, why therapy at all, right? Scared to be vulnerable with therapists. How do you know if you have the right therapist, right? Especially in the Black community, therapy is just not talked about enough, and I'm trying to be an advocate and really push people to go out there and be their best selves while also seeking help if they need it. And even if you don't feel like you need it for help, just trying it out, because once you go through therapy and you work through what you went through, like when I tell y'all about the story of why I went to therapy my first time from a traumatic event that happened in my life, and then when I went the second time based off some relationship shit, right? Now I don't even talk about the things that brought me into therapy, the situation, the relationship stuff. Now it's more of like a maintaining my mental well-being, right? And I feel good that I'm at this point to know that like I'm sharpening my skills every day, and I have somebody I can go to week by week to feel good and comfortable with discussing what I'm going through, but also somebody who's going to help me maintain, and then also what I'm going to learn going forward, right? So I think that therapy is going to be big. That will probably be the next episode, unless I just feel like coming up on here talking about something different, because like I said, this is therapy in itself. So I don't know how long this video is. Let me know if you guys like longer videos, shorter videos, you know, short meaning 10 to 15, long meaning 25 to 45, no, 30 to 45, because I feel like I could talk forever. Right now I'm a little bit cautious of how long I'm talking, but it is what it is. This is gonna come easy. It's just me talking about everything. So first episode, I know y'all heard that. I definitely know y'all heard that. I don't know what the fuck that was, but I know y'all heard that like I heard that. If you didn't hear that, there was something that was a loud ass noise. I had to make sure my phone didn't drop or something, but it is what it is. First episode, breaking through Mental Health Awareness Month, and just kind of the introduction to what this is. And just going forward, like I said, we're going to treat it like therapy, talk about everything that we want to talk about to help you and me become the best version of ourselves. Like, comment, subscribe. All the socials are going to be in the bottom of the description. And if you have any recommendations or any advice or anything that you want to share, just leave it below. Feel free to reach out. Until next time, I'll see y'all.